Hello and welcome to my channel djthomasedu-world.net. I am Deepak Jacob Thomas. We'll be starting with new chapter of Excel text function. What exactly an Excel text function is? An Excel text function is a built-in function in Excel that is categorized by a string or a text function. It can be used on as a worksheet function in Excel. Microsoft text function returns a value converted to text within a specified format. Let's see how many text function follows. Here a list of Excel text functions starting from clean to fixed and further to the end to replace. I'll be explaining in the following videos, so kindly request you to watch the videos till the end since all 23 Excel text function is being explained. Let's start individual text functions starting with clean. The clean function is used to remove non-printable characters. The formula used is equals clean and choose the text where there is non-printable text characters and it will be converted to a printable character. Let's see how it is done in help of Excel. Now I have a spreadsheet. I have two texts. Before the text you can see a question mark type which is a non-printable characteristics, and second row I have typed hello, along with it has a non-printable character embedded in between. Now I need to convert this non-printable characters to a printable character. I'll use a function called clean equals clean, C-L-E-A-N, open bracket, and select the active cell where you want to convert, close the bracket and enter. Likewise row also equals clean, select the active cell and enter. Now we can see that active cell B1 and B2 non-printed characters embedded in it is converted to printed. We can see only text is available, and in the second active cell B2 we can see hello is activated. Let's move on to second function, trim. What this trim does, here the text function removes the extra spaces from the text. The text function normalizes all space. The formula used here is equals trim and choose the text. Let's see how it is performed in Excel. I'll open the Excel. Say sample 1. I get quantity. In the part name I have entered fender, rocker panel, again rocker panel, panel hood and others, and simultaneously in the quantity I have entered the quantity. Now as explained, a trim function will only perform to eliminate the additional space. How can we know there is additional space? Assuming that we are performing some operations like a pivot table. Now I just select this range, go to insert, pivot table and give OK. I'll click on part name and quantity. Now if I had selected pivot table and I don't know that there is unequal space in my data. Here if you select pivot table we can see that there is only one fender, so one quantity has been highlighted, but panel hood and this panel hood spelling are same, but it is showing different, like different entities. It should show me only the value 3 instead of separately 2 and 1. Likewise for rocker panel, this is happens because there is unequal space in it. We can eliminate this with help of trim command. Okay, we'll go to this. Now I will use the command called trim. I'll just copy the values here, same part name, quantity. I will type equals trim, T-R-I-M, enter, select the data and close it, give an enter and just drag for other cells. Now the stream has automatically eliminated the uneven space in it. I will copy this quantity also here. Now let's do this. I'll just rename this as sample 2. Let's see the performance of trim for this data. Has it eliminated the unequal space? Just select this data, go to insert, pivot table and give OK. Now select on part name and quantity. Now we can come to know that there is only 3 values, all equal spellings like fender, panel, hood and rocker panel. The quantity is been selected as a sum of quantity. Now we can come to know that the unequal space is been eliminated with the help of trim command. Moving on to lower. What does this lower function does? Lower function in Excel converts a text in a cell, every word to be a lowercase. That means a lower function formula is not useful for numbers entered in it, but it is applicable for the words in a cell with upper cases. The formula uses lower and select the text which you want. Here I have typed some entities which is all in capital letters, that is in uppercase, along with the second row which has numbers along with words, few in capital letters, that is in uppercase. Now my objective is to convert them into a lowercase. How do I do so? I use the formula equals lower, lower, open the bracket, select the text which you want to convert it and close the bracket and enter. Now here the lower function has converted all upper cases of, that is capital letters, to lowercase, that is small letters. Let's drag to the next row. What happens? Here we can see the number has no effect on lower case formula. That means it is not applicable to numbers, but the words in it with uppercase is converted to a lowercase. That's how a lowercase function works. Moving on to next function, the proper. Here the proper function functions in capitalizing the first letter in each word. The formula used is proper and select the text which you want to capitalize it. Let's see in Excel how it is done. Here I have two strings, text strings, in A1 of active cell and A2 of active cell. I will use the formula equals proper, select the text which you want to convert using proper function, close the bracket and enter. We see that the first letter of the text string is, which is all in capital letter, only first letter, that is I, is converted to capital and rest to smaller case, that's small letters. Let's drag this to the next cell. Here also we can see the first letter of this text string, that means it is analyzed D as the first letter followed by full stop, again the D as first letter to convert it into a text string. For rest of it is in lowercase. That's how a proper function works. Moving on to next Excel function is upper. The upper function converts a text to all upper cases, that is the words are converted to capital letters. The formula used is upper and select the text. Let's see how it works in Excel. I have an entity entered in second row and third row which is in lowercase. To convert in uppercase, just type equals upper, click on it, open bracket, select the cell and close it. Now you can see the lowercase is converted to an uppercase. That means all letters to capital letters. Let me drag to the consecutive row. Here also we can see that all lowercase is converted to uppercase, but there is no effect on numbers as in case of lowercase. This is how uppercase function works, that is converting small letters to capital letters. Moving on to Bahttext. The Bahttext function converts only numbers to the Thai text. The formula used is BAHT TXT and select the text which you want to convert to the Thai text. Let's see in Excel. I had typed numbers 1 to 4. Now I need to convert it to Thai text. I use the formula equals BAHT TXT. Click on it, open bracket, select the text and close it and enter. Now the number is converted to the Thai text. Just drag it down and you can see that all values is converted to Thai text. This is how BAHT text functions. Dollar. What does this dollar function does? A dollar function is used for absolute cell referencing. This defines that the Excel to refer a specific cell when a formula is copied across. The formula used is dollar in the row or column. Let's see how it is applicable in Excel. Now I have a sales forecast data of average of 3 months. Now I need to find the opening stock coverage in months. How much does this opening stock cover? If we use the formula, assuming this is for 3 months on average, here I will use the formula as for 3 months my sales forecast should be only 4,500 units. Likewise, what is the coverage in month for an opening stock of this? Let me find how many days my opening stock covers. So I'll just use the formula equals 4500 equals number of months into opening stock of this item divided by the total sales forecast will give you the coverage in months. Hit enter, it will tell that it is 0.55 months. Let's drag it down. Oh, what is this? We get a div error. Why do I get a div error? Just click on any of this div error cell and click on the formula bar. We can see that the referencing for the formula is moved from the referencing cell to cell below. To avoid this, we can use a dollar sign here. Now I need to remove this div error. How can I remove this div error? I can do with help of a dollar sign that is locking the individual cell of row and column. Just click on the active cell of C6, go to the formula bar, just click to the right. Here I need to make the months and the total sale forecast to be constant and the opening stock to be variable. That means it should be moved downwards along the formula. So the F3, just press F4 and F3, active cell F3. Here a dollar sign pops up. That means the movement of the active cell is restricted to active cell F3. It cannot, both the rows and columns are locked. Likewise, the months, click on G3 and enter F4. Here also the movement of the active cell G3 is locked both rows and columns. Now click on enter and let's drag it down. We can see that a coverage is being displayed like 0.5 months, 1 month coverage, 4 months and 4.3 months coverage. This is how we can use a dollar sign to lock a reference cell from further moving away from its active position. Moving on to next Excel function, fixed. Fixed function is used to round a number rounded to number of decimal places. The formula generally used is equals fixed. You have to choose a number and the decimals. Let's see how it is done in Excel. I need a final result, so I just put a formula equals the 2 and a final result. A2 divided by B2 will give you the value 76.9230692 and so on. Now I need to round the decimals. See, after the point I need only 2 or the 1 decimal or 3 decimals. That can be defined with help of a fixed functions. To type equals fixed, click on the fixed, open bracket, select the number which you want to round, comma, decimals. How many decimals point do you need after a dot? Say I give 2. Let's see what happens. It gives the value 76.92. That means it has taken 2 points after the decimal. This is how a fixed function works. Moving on to next Excel function, the text function. As defined, the text function will convert numbers to the text in a number format and custom number format. The formula used is equals text, value, the format text required. Let's see how it is performed in Excel. I have production schedule dates, production line, shift, final results and the quantity produced. This is the production line like Rover, Snyder, Prithvi and Elko, and which shift it is produced, the date and the quantity. Suppose I need to extract only the date, the day which is produced. From this production date I can use with help of text functions. Just need to type equals text, click on this value and give a comma and ask format text. How do you want day, which value to be extracted, day? If you want a day value, just type dd, close the exclamation and close the bracket and enter. Here with use of Excel function we can get which day it is produced, that is day 5. Likewise, we will go to the month equals text, the production date, likewise month equals text, the production date, comma, a format text, how, what format you want to be extracted, say month, you have to type and close the bracket, invert column and enter. Likewise for year also equals text, the date from where you want to extract, comma, the text format you want in year. So I'll just open the inverted comma and I will type DYY year, or say I want like this, I enter. Now it is taken 2019 from this date entered. This is how number is converted to text extracted. Here we can, it is difficult to tell whether this number is converted to text or it is in number format which we have extracted. The trick is that a text will be inclined to the left, a number will be inclined to the right. Here it is in number format, I can get the sum like 79,500, but if I click on this, there is no value displayed, or neither of the sum is displayed. It gives only a count. Here you can see the text is inclined to the left. That indicates that this date is extracted from number to text. Supposing further on, with the help of text function, can we find what is the date? Just type equals text, click on the on date which you want to see which the date it is, comma, and open inverted comma and enter DDD and close it, close the inverted commas and the bracket and enter. It gives Thursday. Further you want full, you just enter one more D, it will give you Thursday. Likewise, just drag on, we can extract other dates to text format. Likewise also which date it is been done. This is how a text function works. Moving on to next Excel text function is value. The value function converts a text to a numerical value. Also converts the text strings from the number to number. The formula used is value and select the text which you want to convert. Let's see how it is performed in Excel. I have an Excel spreadsheet. Here, let me delete these values. Here I have entered few values in fives, say 8, 8, 8 rows with 5 values. Now I need a sum, so I just entered a value here and the sum formula is defined both for this both datas, but the sum is taken to be 30, but I have entered 8 times of 5, it should be 40 not 30. There is a error in this numbers or the data entered, but as we know, when you give a sum, Excel automatically calculates the sum value. There should not be any error. Why did this error come? This is merely because, as previously explained, the text value or any entities entered in a cell which is in the text format will be on the left and the number format will be on the right. Here we can see the values, 5 values which I have entered on the right is in number format, and these 5 values is in text format. This happens when we extract some data from a report, so we need to convert this text formats to a number so that the summation can be done. I will just type equals value. It is asked which select the text and you enter. Now if the values in the column A, if it is in a text format, with use of value function it will be automatically converted to a number format. Just drag it down till here. Now here I have applied the sum formula. It has taken the value as 40, whereas the previous case the value was taken 30 because these 2 files were in text format. Here with the value added using value function, all the text function of number format is converted to actual number format. We can perform this same case, for example, or second case. Here also I will type equals value, click on the text, close it and give enter and just drag the formula down. We can see that the text functions, although it is number but the format is in text, is converted to number format in the final result, and we get the actual summation value. Here if we have some commas, we can eliminate the commas also by value function. Just type value, select the text and give enter. Just drag it down. We can see that the comma is eliminated here. This is how the value function works. Moving on to next Excel function is the character function CHAR. The CHAR function, as is defined, it returns the character specified by a number. The CHAR function is used for numbers between 1 and 255. The formula used is CHAR and number. Just select the number. Let's see how it is performed in Excel. I need to perform an auto sum function here. So what I will do, just I'll enter one more digit, 1, 2 and so on, drag it to arrange and leave, and you can see a small autofill option pops up. Just click on the autofill option and enter fill series. You can see that for the numbers type it will automatically give autofill. That means 1, 2, 3 to 12 it will be filled automatically. Let's see whether this autofill is applicable for the words. I'll just type A, B. Assuming autofill works, let's see whether it works or not. Just drag it across, autofill option pops up, click it, but there is no option for fill series. That defines that there is no option autofill for words, only applicable for numbers. We can overcome this constraint by a character code CHAR. Just see, supposing the character code for alphabet A is equals CHAR, CHAR, open the bracket, enter 65, close the bracket, you get the character code CHAR A. Now let's see how to do autofill function. I will type equals CHAR, select this, active cell A1 plus 64. I am defining that for the char character code it is 65. So I have split it up by selecting the number, active cell A1, and simultaneously entering 64, close the bracket and enter. Now let's see how does it perform. Just drag it along and you see autofill function with the help of char is applicable also by utilizing the numbers. This is how a char can be used for autofill option for numbers as well as words. On to the next Excel function is code. The code function serves the purpose of returning the ACI value of the first text character in a cell. The code function is used to figure out a numerical code supplied to a char function. The formula used is equals code and select the text which you want to do. Let's move on to Excel. I have few words typed in column A. I need to find the ACI code. I use the function code equals code, select on code, open bracket, select text and close, and drag it down the row. Now what happens is that equivalent of alphabet I or any numerical value, a code, a distinctive is highlighted in column B. Here we have used the words to convert to code. Likewise, we can use the codes to convert into words. Let's see how it is done. I will type equals this. Before that, we had to use the char functions to convert the codes in numerical format to words. For that, I go with equals char, select the cell, type and again char, select the cell, close, and I had to continue down till all words equivalent to the numerical codes are covered. Now I have typed all the formulas down the column for the number generated from the words using code, and I enter, you enter. Let's see what happens. Now what we have done is we have extracted the code which was generated from the word, use the char function to get back the word in a sentence form. This is how we can use a code function in conjunction with char function to get a word to a numerical code and numerical code to a sentence. Let's move on to next Excel text function, concatenate. This is most commonly used function. The concatenate text function joins two or more values, either a text or a string, together. If a data in a word or a number format is scattered in an Excel sheet and requires to combine then in a single column, the concatenate function serves the objective. The formula used is equals concatenate, select a text which we want to do. Let's see how it is done in Excel sheet. Here I have few words typed in different cells arranged in a scattered form. My to make all the words typed up in a different cell clubbed up and to be displayed in the active cell G. Let's see how it is done. I use equals concatenate, concatenate, select this text which you want, give a comma. Suppose you want a space, just type 2 semicolon followed by another column, again comma, select the next text of active cell C2, comma, a space is required, open the column, space, close the column, again comma, next select the active cell D2, comma, suppose you want a space, and in the space you want, say, a separation of a hyphen, just type the hyphen, close the colon, comma, and select the next active cell E2 and close the bracket and give enter. Here what happens is that the values which is scattered in different cells of this row 2 is being clubbed up together as per condition required of concatenate and is displayed in active cell G. Let's drag it throughout for all the scattered entities in row 3 and 4. Let's see what happens. It also clubs up all the scattered words and this will be displayed in active cell G. This is how concatenate function works. Moving on to next Excel text function left. The left function allows to extract a substring from a string and start from the leftmost characters. The value to be extracted may be either a word or a number. The formula used is equals left. Select the text and choose the number of characters which we want to extract. Let's see how actually it is done in Excel. Here I have a column where numbers along with few data is entered. Column B requires a final string. Now my objective is to extract the first three string of this number and the first three string of this words from the leftmost side, so that I will use the function as equals left select. Now select the text, give a comma and number of characters from the left side. How many characters do you need to extract? Say I give 3 and close the bracket and enter. What happens is that it will extract only 3 characters from the left, rest will not be extracted. And just to propagate it down the rows, you can see the numbers as well as words of first 3 characters from the left is extracted using left function. This is how a left function works. Let's move on to next Excel function, mid. What does this mid function actually does? The mid function in Excel is designed to pull a substring from the middle of the original text string. The function allows to extract a substring from a string based on the starting point and the number of characters specified by you. The formula used is equals mid. Select the text, select the start number where you want to extract and give the number of characters to be extracted. Let's see in Excel how it is actually performed. Here I have a data wherein column A as numbers and the final result is required. That means of this number, say starting from the second characters, I need 3 characters to be extracted from the left. This always performs from the left. Mid functions equals mid, select the text, say I want to start characters to be extracted from, say, starting of two numbers. Say I just enter 2. It what it does is it chooses the start first, it omits the first number and selects the second most position of the number from the left. See how many numbers of characters I need to extract. I give as 3. That means omitting 1, 2, 3 and 4 will be extracted from the mid position, starting from the left, and close the bracket and give enter. What happens is that it has extracted the values from the mid position. It is applicable for text as well as words. Let's propagate this formula down. Here also you can see omitting the first word E, XCE is extracted. That means we have given the choose as take the starting number as 2 and number of characters to be extracted to be 3. That's why it is extracted 3 characters from the mid of the values. This is how the mid function works. Let's move on to next Excel function, right. What does this right function does? This is also an extracting function. The right function also extracts a substring from a string and starts from the rightmost characters. The value to be extracted may be either a word or a text. The formula is equals right, select the text and the characters. Here the extraction of the value is only from the right. Let's see how it is done in Excel function. Here I have values typed in column A and I need the results to be in column B were the value to be extracted from the rights, starting from the right. I use the function as equals right, RIGHT, type the right, click on the right. As you use it gives which text to choose. Choose this text and give the characters. Say I need only 2 characters to be extracted. Close the bracket. What happens is that from this right position it has chosen 2 characters, that is 6 and 5. That's why from this it is given 6 and 5 is extracted. This propagated down the rows, we can see only the 2 characters 6 E and L is extracted. This is how a right function is used to extract the characters from a string. Moving on to next Excel text function is repeat. Let's see how repeat text function works. The repeat text function returns a repeated text value, either a number of words, a specified number of times. The repeat function will not function with Excel errors. Here the formula used is equals repeat. Select the text and choose the number of times you want to repeat the text. Here I have an Excel sheet. A column has few values entered, and here in active cell A5 I have given a error function of div error. As explained, this repeat function will not function for an Excel error. Let's see how it is done. I choose this active cell B2, type repeat, select on repeat, select the text which you want to repeat. Say how many times you want to repeat. Say I will choose 5 times I want to repeat this text. Close the bracket and give enter. Now we can see this, the Excel has repeated the word or the first value 5 times in column B2. Likewise, let me drag it down. Here also you can see the value of active cell A3 is repeated 5 times. Likewise, active cell A4 also is repeated. Let's see whether this repeat function will work with an Excel error. Let's propagate the formula down and see. No, it will not work on Excel error. That is only one drawback of repeat function. It can repeat any number of texts or words provided there is no error in the spreadsheet. If there is error in the spreadsheet, it will not take the formula. This is how a repeat function works. Moving on to next Excel text function is len. The len function returns the length of the specified string as a number of characters. The main function of the len function is to get the length of the text. The formula is used is len and select the text. Let's go to Excel sheet and see how it is done. Here I have spreadsheet wherein I have typed column A with few quotes, column B with city and length. My objective is to find the length of this text string. For that, in column C, active cell C2, I will type equals len, select the bracket and next select the text, close the bracket and give enter. Here it defines the length of the string is 14. Let's propagate it down. Likewise, other text string also length is defined. Now we need to extract only the city name from the text strings of column A. I'll be using two formulas to extract. One is reiht and I will use len to extract the city name. Let's see how it is done. Just type equals reiht. Now when the bracket opens, select the text, comma, next type len, the bracket opens, select the text, close the bracket, say I need to remove 5 characters from this code and get only the city name. I just count 5 characters from the right. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters to be removed. I just enter -5 and close the bracket and enter. Now what happens is that it has defined the length and from the length it has used reiht function to minus the text string. Hence we get the city extracted. Likewise, let me propagate the formula down. You can see from the text strings of column A we have extracted only the city names in column B. This is how we can use len function in an advanced form along with reiht functions. Moving on to next Excel text function is find. Let's see what does the find function does. The find function is used to find the position of a specified characters or a substring within a text. The find function is case sensitive, which should be very much be acknowledged while using find function. The formula is used is equals find the text, comma, and within which text you want and specify the start numbers. Let's see how it is done in Excel spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet here. I'll be using a find function. Say equals find, click on find, open the bracket. Now as I mentioned, the find function is very case sensitive. I need to find, say, small letter a, that is with lowercase. open the semicolon, type small letter a, close the semicolon, comma, from which text? Okay, I'll choose active cell A2 and I'll define the number, I'll start number as 1, close the bracket and enter. Now it has defined that the lowercase a from this text of active cell A2 is in position 2. This is how we can find the position of any word from a text string. Moving on to next, Excel text function is search. The search function returns the location of one text string inside another. The search returns the position of the first characters to find the text inside. Search is not a case sensitive. The formula is used is equals search, type the text which you want to find, within which text and the start numbers. That will find the position with help of a search. Let's see with help of Excel spreadsheet how it is done. Now I have spreadsheet. Column A has few sentences typed. Column B I need to find with the help of a search function a position of a text. I'll use equals search, type search, click on search, it opens a bracket. Now give a inverted comma, type T, it may be uppercase or lowercase, as search is not case sensitive. Close the inverted comma, give a comma in which text you want. From this text, comma, the start numbers are defined as 1, close the bracket and enter. Now let's propagate it down. Here we can see that the word T is from the right, the 10th position including the space. Likewise it is defined for all other rows, but the active cell B5 has a value error. Why it is so? Because there is no T typed in it. That's why it is given a value error. Next we will use few advanced functions with help of search. Before that, let me use isNumbers function. Generally isNumbers is used to find whether the text given is a number or not. If it is a number, it will be defining as true. If it is not a number, it will be defining as false. I'll just type equals isNumber, click on isNumber, select this active cell B2, close the bracket and enter. Now let's propagate it down. Let's see what happens. Wherever there is a number entered, the condition is given as true, and where there is no number, that is a value error popped up, it is given as false. Let's use isError and a search function to give a defined condition. I'll just type equals if now open the bracket, type isNumbers, afterwards there is one more bracket opened, type search, inverted comma, type what you want to search, say T, as it is no case in the close inverted comma, give a comma. Let's complete the text search condition from which text you want. say this text, close the bracket. Now let's complete the if formula. After comma, type yes if the condition is true, the word T is in this text string of column A, it should give yes, if not, to be given as false. Open the inverted comma, type false, FAL, close the bracket and enter. Now just propagate it down. Here we can see that we have used an advanced function to find whether the T in column A, does it occurs? Yes, it occurs, but in column A5 there is no T, hence it is given the condition false. This is how we can use if command, isNumber command and search as an advanced formula to define a condition. This is how a search function works. Moving on to next Excel text function is exact. The exact text function is case sensitive. It will compare two strings whether in number or words in two distributed cells. If the two strings in a cell are same, the value will be true, else false. The formula is used is equals exact. Select the text 1 and text 2 to compare. Let's see how it is done in Excel worksheet. Here spreadsheet had type text 1 and text 2. And let's see how the comparison can be done. Equals, type exact, exact, click on exact, open the bracket, select text 1, comma, and select text 2, close it and enter. Let's propagate it down. What does it give? As previously explained, if both the texts are equal in all aspects, that means it is very case sensitive. If both uppercase and lowercase of both are equal, it will give true, defining both texts are similar. If not, it is false. Here one of the cell, that is C2, indicates the text of A1, active cell A2 and active cell B2 is not equal. What is the difference? Here the second word is in uppercase of text 1, but the second word is in smaller case of the. That's how it is defined that this two text of 1 and text 1 both is false. This is how a text function using exact can compare and define a two text of similarity. Moving on to next Excel text function as T. The T function is a comparison function to identify whether the string is a word or number. If it is a text, the same text appears in comparative cells, else if string is a number, the comparative cell remains in empty form. The formula is used is equals, select the cell and the value. Let's see how it is done in Excel sheet. Here I have a spreadsheet. My objective is to find whether the text 1 is a text or not. If it is text, it should indicate a result. If it is not text, it should indicate another result. Let's see what happens. Equals T. Let's click on text, select the cell which you want, close. Let's propagate it down. Now, if it is a text, the text will be displayed, but you can see the B4 active cell is empty. The reason is that the active cell A4 is not a text, it is a word. That's the main reason it is empty. This is how the T function of a text compares and tells whether a given text is a text or not. If it is a text, it will display the same text. If it is not a text, if it is a word type, it will give an empty space as in B4 active cells. The next Excel text function is replace. The replace function replaces the text based on location. The function replaces the part of a text string based on number of characters that is specified. The formula is used is equals replace all text to be selected from where to where, that means start numbers, number of characters to be taken off, and what is a new text. Let's see how it is done in Excel. I have an Excel spreadsheet, text 1 and text 2. I will go with text 2. My objective is to replace, say, the starting of the letters 1 or 3 to another letters defined in the formula. I type equals replace, replace, open the text. Now it asks what is the old text. Just select the old text, comma, the start numbers. I start with the first number, then comma, what is the number of characters which you want to replace. Say I will give 3. Now again I give a comma, say the new text, say open inverted comma, I just type PAR, close the text, inverted comma, close with the bracket and give enter. Now what happens is that of the text to SUB, presuming S is the first and 3 characters means SUB is replaced with PAR. Let's drag the formula down. Here we find that the first 3 characters of the text of column B is replaced with PAR. Consecutively, the formula is propagated down to all other texts. This is how a replace function works. This completes the Excel text functions. Hope you like this video. Kindly subscribe for more videos by choosing the subscribe button. Signing off, Deepak Jacob Thomas. Thank you for watching my channel djthomasedu-world.net.